We enlightenment chasers, royalties of peace. We are stealing the storms back to peace that has no storm, holding on to perfect peace. It is February 17th of 2025, and here am I to say Happy President's Day to our President, His Excellency, President Donald Trump, 2025. Enlightenment chasers. It is Black History Month. Please, let me hear some noise. Enough of being black and silent. When we live in a world, at least in the nation of the United States of America, where freedom of speech is a recommendation for therapy. Thinking out loud is a remedy, but we must speak with respect to ourselves and dignity for all. Yes, I am important. You are important. We are all important. And we speak on the behalf of the younger generation, requiring that we must be very gentle. We must be very sensitive of how we approach the situations we are facing at this time. It is the golden age. Commandment. This is the third week of the month of February. And this episode, the 13th, by Maurice Free Lefang, discussing about the Constitution. The presidency and the Constitution has been a remarkable so far with the Congress a little disrupted, questioning left and right on the behalf of the people concerning the Constitution. Must I remind us to really reflect on the Constitution and its purpose? If you ask me, of simple terms, what the Constitution is, I would say it is like a plan, a care plan to arrive a genuine goal. And what is this goal? The solution to the problem that required a care plan. This is with my background, my nursing background, in which you have to diagnose a client by collecting data their history background, and other information that can help you identify their problem. And once the problem is identified, you are able to enable a care plan. And during this care plan, you need to have a goal, which is the only means your work can be significant. A realistic goal must have a time to have it completed. Time, 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 time. Time. When we talk about the Constitution, we talk about a care plan that is timely, and the goal must be accomplished. According to Wikipedia, the United States of America's Constitution is one of the longest standing in history, now seeming like being shakable, and the people are confused, not comprehending what is going on. It is really, really important that we are at this time reconsidering what we are doing, being the people. This is the second constitution written. This constitution superseded the Articles of Confederation, the nation's first constitution, on March 4th of 1789. According to general definition online, the general definition of the Constitution online, it states that the Constitution of the United States as supreme law, fundamental laws of the U.S. federal system of government, and a landmark document of the Western world. Canada may say they have theirs. Mexico may say they have theirs. And all other nations around the United States of America may have theirs. The world may have different kinds. But the United States of America's Constitution has always been very known and respected, and still respected even by the president. But the question is, if the care plan is still well respected, is it fulfilling its purpose? What is the purpose of this Constitution? According to the constitutioncenter.org, This documentation states, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Just that alone, before going through the articles per sections, just these wordings alone helps us to understand that it's about us, the people, including the president. We all are one. We are the humanity of the world in general. But if we want to look at our universal existence in a miniature, we consider the United States of America a place of multicultural, of our being. In order to form a more perfect union, therefore, the Constitution is to enable one of our many divisions. El pluribus unum. Does that ring a bell? We are many, but we are one. How do we get to this one? Dividing only keeps us apart. Diversity is a problem. Seeking wellness. It is not a weapon against us, but an awareness of our weakness, seeking wellness. Not a weakness against us. A diverse home is a ground for conflict. Even of our own body, we understand the eyes, the mouth, the nose, our inner organs must maintain their space. And every time we worry about any dislodge or dislocation, there is worry because of our division. One may be greater than the other, and when the other is greater, the one of lower wants to equalize. Equality is never stable. Yet, amazingly, there is no generation that lasts on earth forever, which proves that we are on a journey. So, what is our plan of unifying, of the mind? We must be of the mind perfect peace. Every generation may seem like different or requiring more expansion or technology or expertise. Maybe expecting us to be more experts, the need for more flexibility, but for the same reason. Traveling mercies. Traveling mercies to the destination of enlightenment perfect. Why are we so crowded and confused? Are we really establishing and defining what our problem is? We are questioning each other. Thank goodness we are not warring each other. We are only questioning each other. We are experiencing some shocks. Maybe it's a cultural shock of being in the higher level or of a lower level. of one being in charge of you is a culture to be leaders and a culture to be subordinates. What each other brings on the table is cultural shock. How long do another stay lower than the other? Perfect union requires our equality. When we begin to question who is even the president and yet we need a presidency, we begin to realize that it has come to the time when there is call for equality, where a president and every other persons have equal rights of order. A time for laissez-faire, where yourself is genuine and ready to repent immediately after mistakes. I've been watching the news on YouTube, and there's this video where Sir Elegant in the Oval Room with the president, he made a statement that we will make mistakes. We make mistakes not because we want to make mistakes, but when we make mistakes, we will try to sort them out. And it's a good thing that others are able to see these mistakes and bring them out and not let us drown. When you have a leader, when you're bringing out their mistakes, it's a place to watch their steps, not to fall. It's like watching a woman in her, a bride in her white gown walk, and you're making sure her white gown is not interrupting her steps, nor being disrupted. If we have enabled the president, it is us to watch his footsteps. But if you say when you tell him not to go this way and he wants to go, the question is, why is the president not being able to listen to us? Is there an anxiety? Is there a struggle? What is going on? For so long, we have had this constitution. What is this constitution to us? The need for tranquility. Have we had tranquility? Justice. Has there been justice? We might not be best, but we always expect the best. And how can we become best? Is by understanding where our problem is, multiplying. We want more schools. We want greater comfort for our children. We want. And we keep on making the children. Is our plan making children or giving the children comfort? Which one are we playing? Because if we are making children, increasing children's problem, and then asking for comfort, then we are surely confused. We must be able to reflect with each other. It is time to reflect on the Constitution. To promote general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. The generation to come is the generation now. Maybe this word posterity is confusing us, thinking we have to keep on living some generation while we are ascending. It seems like we owe the government some descendants before we ascend. When we are aging, we begin to feel like we need to leave behind some descendants because of the word posterity. Posterity is our coming to our senses, and the last generation of our coming to our senses are able to adjust the Constitution. The care plan needs re-evaluation. When we talk about the nursing care plan, there is assessment, the diagnosis, the plan, the plan in which we enable the short-term and long-term goals, the intervention, and then the evaluation. And then we have the reassessment if there is need. If there is need. Now, why would there be no need? Because the work is done. But if the work is still continuing, then there is need for re-evaluation and reassessment. Since when have we been able to enable a reassessment? Sometimes we may have to replan, but must be in the guideline of what has been. Thank goodness for the little background of and fields of work in which we practice to understand the government even without being in the government offices politically, like our leaders governing us. We have the sub governing bodies which we learn in and be of effectiveness. You need not become a judge to know how to judge. After being a nursing student, you know how to judge a case. Even being in a daycare, you know how to care for kids and judge between what is right from what is not of expected. It is born of man to judge. If you do not judge, how do you determine which leg to move first before the other? We make decisions according to the Article 1, Section 1, Section 2. And Section 3, Section 4, Section 5, Section 6, Section 7, Section 8, nine, 10, and then you go to the Article 2, Section 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go to Article 3. Let's take a little look at Article 2. Section 1. The executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years, and together with the Vice President, chosen for the same term, be elected like follows. Each state shall appoint in such manner, like the legislature thereof may direct, a number of electors, equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which the state may be entitled in the Congress. But no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit under the United States shall be appointed an elector. The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for 2 persons, of whom one at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves. And they shall make a list of all the persons voted for and of the number of votes for each, which list they shall sign and certify and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. What am I trying to express here? There are assignments, directions established. The Congress may determine the time of choosing the electors and the day on which they shall give their votes, which day shall be the same throughout the United States. No person except a natural born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of President. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States. This is where we really have to be very vigilant, being a citizen of the United States of America. We are not trying to leave our nations to come and have children in the United States of America, to have a president born. It's not a competition trying to make a president out of the outside sketch of the United States of America to become president. Being born in the United States of America and becoming president is very, very fragile. It is so very sensitive. If we do not understand the purpose of the United States of America being the miniature of a multicultural world, I, for one, it will not be my desire for any of my children to want to stand the ground of being a president because she's black or he's black and trying to stand for the black, but standing for the light, the enlightenment. It doesn't matter even if it is corrupted by white race or black race or whatever race. It is about the light. It is about the expectation of the Constitution. This is where our struggle is coming from. When I begin to look at the way we are trying to go about our very own government, the United States of America, I begin to feel so aware of our weaknesses coming from my origin. Born of another soil, naturalized citizen of the United States of America. I'm a proud citizen. I'm a proud citizen, and I will say am a dual citizen because I am so proud of my soil. I'm so proud of my native land, just like how I'm proud of my naturalized land. And that gives me more ability to embrace the universal existence of our being. Having this opportunity to understand our common world, not just a nation, has been a blessing and must be able to give back into every constitution and into every government the peace that is required for us to heal the nation and bless our younger generation with perfect knowledge and stability, to have relevant traveling mercies. A journey that must come to an end is not supposed to be continuous. We are solving a problem. We are not keeping a problem. We are on a journey and not an extended stay. It is time we recover first what our mission is, being humanity. And then we are able to address every nation carefully, healing every broken heart, every one of us confused by our malfunctioning for a while. No one is blamed, for there is no one who wants to do evil. There is no one who wants to be weak. Evil is weakness, nothing else. Some may encounter it even greater than others of their fragility. Must be able to rehab each other. Rehabilitation is what we require of each other right now. Healing, reminding ourselves we are human. Let us be able to appease those that have been hurt more and longer, while we are endeavoring to rebuild the expectation of this constitution that was established for us. I hope this beautiful enlightenment will help us to reflect carefully onto wellness. Peace steals the storm, back to peace that has no storm, while looking onto perfect peace. We are the people. Let us heal and sort out where we're falling short with our president and the Congress for so long, maintaining a care plan without reaching the end goal is the question. Please let us reflect. It's a beautiful care plan, and the Congress has done well to maintain the right measures, but not reaching the end goal is what the problem is. Let us sort out where we are falling short. Thank you all for listening today. Peace steals the storm, back to peace that has no storm, holding on to perfect peace.